Good morning, everybody, and welcome to an interesting day ahead. I am doing my first duathlon. I'm here at the event. Just got some awesome advice from this guy, and I just got the last parking space. So things are going very well so far. I am blessed and highly favored. I'm about to go pick up my packet right now. I got my bike. I'm taking my bike with me. I got my water and everything. So yeah. We're just gonna do this thing, man. We're just gonna do it and see how it goes. My mom and Rob are on the way. So yeah, let me go pick up my race packet because I need to do that and check out the transition area and all that stuff. All right, so I just racked my bike. Everybody else has like cows and a million things about their bike. I just have my bike sitting there, so I don't know, but the race starts in 40 minutes. I'm really glad I got here early. That was one of the ways that's one of the ways I ease my nerves. It's just when I have to do something, just get there early. If you don't know what you're doing, it's the best, because when you're rushing, that just adds so much more stress to the situation. But let me show y'all what I got going on. So I got marked up with my race number on both arms, as well as my age on my calf. So now everybody knows my business. And I got my race bib for this race, number 299. I think it's a lucky number. Y'all know 9 is my lucky number. 9, that's a lucky number. I kept seeing the number 8 as I was riding up here though, so fun fact. But I'm just gonna kind of walk around and see what's going on. There's like a pre-race meeting and then the race starts. So I have a little bit of butterflies right now. I know it's like not, my main concern is like my bike, and just the way the gears shift on the bike is not ideal. It's a little bit clunky, but I'm gonna speak peace and safety and just smooth sailing over my bike, because that's my only concern. Because you know, when you're running, it's easy, you just run, but when you're dealing with the bike, you're dealing with, you know, something else. But it's only 12 miles, should be good. Hopefully I can get up the hills. This man that I met when I pulled up said that he suggested that I run my bike up the first hill, and I just saw it is pretty steep, so that's what he suggested. I don't know if I'm gonna do that. I don't know. I'm pretty much just seeing what this type of event is like. I'm pretty much just gonna copy what everybody else is doing. That's what I did when I ride my bike. I just copied what everybody else did, and I'm just gonna watch everybody around me, see what they're doing. Most of the people here seem like this is not their first time, so y'all wish me luck, but by the time you see this, it'll already be over. So all right, here we go. Enough talking about it, let's be about it. I swear, every time I go to record outside, everybody decides that they want to do construction and scream and yell and drive their cars and do donuts right below my balcony. So anywho, y'all, that was the duathlon. I'm sure y'all have heard of triathlon, which is 3 events: swim, bike, run. But a duathlon is 2 instead of 3, so it's run, bike, run. To recap, I started with a 2-mile run, followed by a 12-mile bike ride, followed immediately by a 3.75-mile run, and it was held in Greensboro, North Carolina. I mean, long story short, it was great. I really enjoyed it. It was a really good experience, a good learning experience. It was different from a race in that, like, when we started, they had the start line, and then they were like, all right, everybody come on up, line up, we're about to start the race. And normally for a race just running, they'll start everybody from the fastest runners, and then the slowest runners will be behind, so it just starts like that. But this one, everybody just walked up to the front. A lot of people were hesitating, not wanting to go up to the front of the starting line, and so I was like, whatever. I just waddled my way up to the start. I was like, I'll stand up here, but y'all are all gonna pass me. Like, I don't know what y'all hesitating for. Bang, start the race, and we start with a 2-mile run, and I just felt like my breath was just taken away, just sucked out of my body. Took my breath away. I started running. I felt like I couldn't catch a breath. My lungs were working hard, but I kept it moving and ran the whole 2-mile loop. She has gotten stronger over the last year. Can y'all believe it's been a year since I started running? Ran the 2-mile loop from the run, ran down this hill into the transition area where my bike was. I kind of lollygagged a little bit. That was one of my biggest concerns going into this, was my bike and the transition. A race is so easy. You just run from the start until you get to the finish. This race was so clearly marked. I mean, even somebody like me who has who is working on her sense of direction, everything was fine. So got the bike, we went out. I did follow that man's advice and I ran my bike up the hill, and pretty much everybody ran their bike up the hill too. The bike course was on the road. This is my first time riding my bike on the road with, you know, real life cars zooming by, going around us, turning on the streets. Like it was real. So that was an interesting experience. I was so glad that there were other people there, lots of volunteers. I was sad about the bike ride. It was 12 miles and my pedals were just spinning and spinning and spinning the whole time. My bike was stuck in a really easy gear and I was so scared to try to change gears because my bike, it just sometimes it'll change gears, sometimes it won't, sometimes it'll change gears but then it won't go to another gear after that. So my biggest fear on the bike course was if I changed gears and it got into a really hard gear and I didn't have the strength. No respect. I was scared that I would get stuck in a really hard gear and wouldn't have the strength to pedal up a really steep hill. There were so many hills on this bike course, like, and I don't mean just little bloop. I mean long, steep hills. You were riding up that hill for a cute little minute, and my worst fear was not being able to do it. So I just stayed in that really easy gear, and pretty much everybody passed me. When I think back, I guess that was the safe decision. It was the right decision because I don't know what I would have done if I couldn't pedal up those hills. Like it was not safe at that point to get off my bike and try to walk up the hill or something like that. Like it wouldn't have happened and it wouldn't have worked. So I'm actually taking my bike to this guy that my swim coach recommended so he can look at my bike and figure out what's wrong with it. And I know a lot of it is me just being ignorant of the bike in general. I've been working with it and practicing, but I need a little crash course. So we're working out the bike situation. It was the longest 12-mile bike ride of my life, but it was beautiful. It was overcast. There were like these really majestic cows on either side just chewing grass and living their best life. Got done with the bike, went back into transition again, put my bike up, took off my helmet, took a swig of water, and then I ran back out for the 3.75 mile run that was to conclude the race. When I first started the run, my legs were so tight. I mean, my muscles felt like they were just about to just rip. My legs felt like lead for almost a whole mile. Then once I got closer to a mile, my legs started to loosen up. I started to feel normal again, and I was able to pick up the speed a little bit, able to pass a few people. It was great. I didn't come in last. Ran across the finish line. I still definitely had a ton of steam still left, so I was definitely playing it safe. Now that I've had this experience under my belt, got a little bit more confidence under my belt, I'll definitely try to push it in the future. So yeah, y'all, that was my first duathlon. Very exciting, very good experience. I've set some new goals for myself and gonna continue to work on those. I've got my marathon coming up at the time of recording this. It is so soon. I can taste it. So that'll be something. With this duathlon, I knew I could do all the events separately, but to do them together, it was humbling. It was not easy. And when I finished, I was like, damn, I can do stuff. Like, what? That was cute. So yeah, but that was a recap of the duathlon. A very fun day. We went out, we had the post-race lunch, and it was delicious. I'm now the type of girl who orders broccoli instead of French fries. I don't know who I am anymore, but that's that. Had a fun day. Now it's time to get back to work. So let's go to work, y'all. Great way to start the day. I'm reporting to you live from the back of the aircraft on the 737. I'm not working, I'm commuting, and I'm jump seating. So boarding is going on right now, and I'm headed to work. What a great way, inappropriate way, I think, to start out this particular trip. See you in Newark. And we are back a few hours later in Newark, getting ready for my trip. But there's one thing that we have to do first.
You put a regular in?
So we've got our coffee, tall almond milk latte with an extra shot.
59 service to Phoenix. At this time, we're going to be tagging all roller bags. All bags that do not fit.
Anyways, wish I had waited another hour to get this drink because I'm going to need it. My flight's delayed an hour at least, of course, because it's drizzling, and that's just what happens in Newark. We just get delayed for any old reason. So yeah, I'm just gonna drink my latte, sit here and probably watch Netflix for an hour, and then we are headed to Seattle. Hopefully we can get out of here soon. All right, good morning. It is the next day and this is the view. Good morning, y'all. It is the next day and I am actually about to go to the gym. No surprise there. I'm in Seattle right now and I got in about midnight last night, aka 3 a.m. East Coast time, so I was absolutely exhausted, drained, didn't pick up the camera. It was just the never-ending flight, 5 hours and 6 minutes, but really I think it was like almost 5.5 hours because the time kept going up and then it kept going down. But anywho, the never-ending flight finally came to an end and I just ate a little bit. I had a muffin, I ate it, and I went right to sleep. Woke up at like 7 a.m. West Coast time, so yeah, your girl's tired, feeling a little bit drained. Our flight was delayed over an hour, almost 2 hours. Love that for me. So yesterday I got up around 8:30 a.m. didn't get to bed till probably 4 a.m. 5 a.m. So because it takes like an hour and a half to 2 hours to decompress no matter what. So I'm really grateful that this layover is longer. It was 16 hours to start with, so it ended up being, you know, a solid 14 hours. So I'm up, couldn't sleep, so I just decided to get my butt up and I ate some food and I just been sitting here watching YouTube videos. I could honestly get back in the bed and lay there until it's time to leave. I have to be at the van at 3:30, but I'm gonna get up and I'm gonna go to the gym, just do a little bit of something. Gonna do probably like 2 miles on the treadmill. Let's go get it done. All right, no excuses. Let's get this workout in. Doesn't say how much caffeine is in here, but got this from a crew member a few weeks ago via Starbucks via dark roast instant coffee. I hardly ever drink instant coffee, but I don't want to be tired. So you already know we got the handy dandy water boiler. Let's give this a try. I'm just gonna get this ready and kind of sip on it and hopefully finish it before I leave. I've got about less than an hour before I have to go get on the shuttle. I already ate and had a good workout at the gym. Did just a very gentle upper body situation. There's like hardly any coffee in here. Oops, still have my tea bag in there from earlier. Damn it. Hopefully that'll get all the coffee off of there. It's making all kinds of weird noises. So yeah, went to the gym, did a very gentle upper body situation. If you watched my week in the life vlog a couple of vlogs ago, I told y'all that I have been working with a coach and working on my swimming and learning how to swim, just splashing around the pool, and actually learning how to swim to actually try to do something are two totally different things. I didn't realize that it was going to be so taxing on the upper body. Like, I'm not used to that shoulder rotation. I'm working on the freestyle stroke right now. I'm sure y'all are familiar with that. Y'all have seen that. And whenever I'm done, I can feel it, especially in my shoulders and my biceps and my back. So I do have one of my shoulders gets a little bit sore because when I was first starting my strength training last year, I pretty much injured this shoulder pretty bad just from trying to do too much too fast, but you know, lesson learned. So, you know, shoulder's starting to kind of try to flare up a little bit, but hopefully it'll go away and the shoulder will get stronger and then it'll stop hurting. I had a hurt knee. One of my knees got hurt years ago when I went to South Korea for the first time. I was dancing and I was doing way too much and I like ripped one of my knees and it had been hurting for years. And then when I started riding my bike and strength training, the pain went away and I haven't felt any pain in my knees ever since, like probably 4 months into serious strength training and riding my bike. So it did hurt at first, but I think I made it stronger and now it doesn't hurt anymore. So I'm hoping the same thing happens with my shoulder. But anyways, I'm gonna go get ready, take a shower, sip on this delicious free instant coffee, try to finish it before I leave the room, and just in case I get randomed at security, because y'all know when you have to go through security, everything has to go through security. Even when you're crew, if I got randomed with this full cup of coffee, the cup of coffee would have to go through security too. And sometimes they usually don't make you dump it out if you're in uniform, but sometimes they'll stick like a little like piece of paper in there, I guess, to check to see if it's like a bomb or drugs or something. And I don't want them sticking no dirty paper in my coffee, so I'm gonna try to drink this. I think this is not gonna be good. I feel like this is gonna be not the greatest, but hopefully it has a lot of caffeine. Cheers. All right, I gotta get out of here. My coffee was absolutely horrific. Hated it, disgusting, but I chugged it. So hopefully it'll give me energy for the rest of the day. I have 3 flights today, and I have got to get out of this hotel room. So I will see y'all a little bit later after I get my life together and get to the plane. All right, so real quick, I made it with 7 minutes to spare, let's be clear. So I'm on the Airbus right now. I'm working up front. I'm the lead, working by myself up front on the Airbus. I think this is a I think this is Airbus 319. So we're just doing a short flight to San Francisco, then we're going to Phoenix, and then we're going to Newark. So we got a long day ahead of us, but we're gonna take it one flight at a time. Y'all wish me luck. All right, so making my way to last flight, flight 3 out of 3, y'all. It has been an eventful day. Last flight was delayed a long time over just pure silliness, but I'm telling you right here, right now, nothing is gonna break me today. My eyes on the prize, and we're gonna do this. I will see y'all in Newark. All right, a little bit later. So I just landed in Terminal C and I listed for the 8:30 flight and I got bumped. So it only had 1 seat on the flight and I was number 2 on standby. So it was not meant to be. So I hooked it over to Terminal A. I'm trying to get on an American flight to Charlotte so I can just get home. I have never been more exhausted than I am right now. This flight is at 10. When I went up to list for the flight, she didn't give me a seat right away. So I don't know, maybe the flight's full, but there aren't that many people on the standby list. I'm like number 5 on standby, so hopefully I'll get a seat. If not, then there is a flight at 11 on my airline that looks like I'll get a seat for, so, but then I'll have to go all the way back to Terminal C, and that's gonna take, and I'll have to go back through security, so I really hope I get on this flight. Hopefully it's worth me coming all the way over here, but y'all, one more commute out of Newark. This is it.
Disable or destroy the lavatory smoke detectors. Doing so may result in a fine. For safety reasons, e-cigarette life vests are located under, next to, or between your seat. See your safety card. To remove...
And just like that, we are back where we started. I made it home by God's grace. Y'all, that was one of the more frustrating trips that I've ever had, just with the delays, and not delays that are, you know, in my favor, you know, the ones that eat into your layover, the ones that eat into your return time so that you miss the first commuting flight back home, which definitely had seats, but it's all good. I made it back home in the end, and I know it's not a big deal, but consider the beans spilled. Your girl is transferring out of Newark. That was my last trip as a Newark-based flight attendant. I decided to transfer a couple months ago, put it in, got it, and so I'm out of there. I actually have my first trip at my new base starting tomorrow, so I'm getting ready. I washed my hair and I'm just, you know, doing stuff around the house, getting ready to work my first trip at my new base. You know, I've been at Newark for 7 solid years since I started, and I never thought I would transfer. I never thought I would leave. I love Newark as a base. The flying is great. The people are amazing, but I really needed a change. This has been one of the most frustrating years just with this job that I've ever had, only topped by the 2 years of the pandemic. Those were the worst, but this year has been... Camera just died. Anywho, or my camera just ran out of space. Anywho, I just really needed to change. I just felt like every day was Groundhog Day, you know. I wake up, I go work my trips, and the same things happen. There's endless delays. Commuting has been an absolute nightmare this year. I don't know if it'll get any better just from me transferring, but one can only hope. It might be better, it might not, but I really need to change, need to switch things up and see what else is out there. Like I said, I've been at Newark for a long time. I've worked pretty much all the trips. Every base has their main kind of trips that they have, and I'm excited to see what kind of other trips I can work, what other kind of stuff I can get into, what other kind of people I can meet, and it's gonna be lit. So that's it. That is what's going on with me. I'm excited about this change. I'm definitely looking forward to a lot of changes coming in my life in the next couple weeks, few months that I know of, because you know life is crazy and anything can happen. But I know of quite a few big life changes coming for me in the near future. So I'm preparing for a lot of things right now. So just stay tuned. Yes, I'm gonna tease y'all and not tell you where I'm transferring until the next video because content. Anywho, so stay tuned. The next video will be out soon, and y'all will get to know where I'm transferring, and it's gonna be lit. So yeah, the best way to keep up with me is on Instagram. I'm not the kind of person who posts 24/7, but I do pop my head in from time to time and, you know, see what y'all got going on. So follow me on Instagram if you want the most up-to-date tea with me. And yeah, that bee really just got this close to my face. Anywho, I'm gonna go braid my hair. I'm gonna go get my nails done, and I will catch y'all later. It is November. This year has felt like the never-ending year, and now we're already in November, and time needs to just slow down a little bit. I need time to slow down just a little bit so that I can get my life together. Crazy that we're almost in another year again. Y'all take good care of yourselves. It is the most important thing that you can do. It is the most valuable use of your time. It is the most valuable use of your money. Please take good care of yourselves. Oh, also, if you like the video and if you made it this far, you already know what to do. I don't even have to tell you because you know what to do. And you must be super duper real if you made it this far. So happy November. Stay tuned for the next video, and I will see y'all soon. Bye.
What is the colour of the blanket? No, that won't do.
So we've decided to stay up in Cedar City. We're actually staying in Cedar Highlands, which is up the mountain where I prepared